Good evening, students. I pray that you have had a great past week. I apologize for not having a video for week 3, but with some family situations that occurred with my children and then the Labor Day holiday, it just time slipped past me and I did not get it taken care of. But I have greatly enjoyed your discussions and your posts to each other and your encouragement to each other week 2 and so far this week for week 3. I will say again, please, please, please let me know if you have any specific questions. Feel free to email me. My days have gotten a little crazier with my 2-year-old. And so again, if I don't answer your email as quickly as you need an answer, or even your discussion posts, if you put a question on there and I don't answer it as quickly as you would like, feel free to text me your question, because sometimes I'm just away from the computer, but I have my phone on me and I am happy to help you in any way that I possibly can. We are winding down the course. It's hard to believe we're at week 4 of 5. So what we've got is this new week and one more, and you are finished. And you will feel a great sense of accomplishment when this course is over with. And so just keep going on, keep working, keep writing, keep reading and encouraging each other, and just know you are almost finished with probably the most intense course you've had so far in this education with grace, because you're just starting. But it just kind of is preparing you for all of your other classes and knowing what it is going to be like to research and to write. And so I'm very proud of you and all that you've accomplished so far. And just keep going on, because we're almost to the finish line. All right, for week 4 is all about arguing. And when we say arguing, we don't mean being combative. Instead, we mean just being able to present our case with evidence that's going to prove our facts are true, or our position, our point of view is true. And in the Christian world, it is so important that we are able to argue our case for Christ, the truth about creation, the truth about biblical values and morals, the truth about what Christianity, what the Bible says about life and creation. And so you have to know how to be able to argue, but in a respectful way, not combative, because we know that combative behavior never wins. And so instead you have to be able to persuade, to be able to talk and persuade through your conversation. So just keep that in mind this week, that this is a skill you're going to use with your children, your grandchildren, your colleagues, in your ministries, those you are witnessing to in your classes. You will be able to use your arguing skill, not that you're arguing, but more that you are being persistent and pleading your case for Christ and pleading the case for truth and what truth is. So just keep that in mind. In arguing, you are going to tie that into your research paper. I just want to remind you that research papers are not opinion papers. In fact, your research paper is to be based solely upon research, solely upon those online articles, books that are valuable and valid sources. No Wikipedia, no personal blogs, no personal stories. Even though those things can kind of get our point across at times, they're not research based. And so you need to make sure that you use valid research in writing your paper. Again, no personal stories, no personal pronouns. Even if it's a ministry that you or a subject that's involved in your ministry, tell about the subject. Don't tell about you and your personal stories. Instead, tell about the research subject. So I'm looking at my notes here. Remind yourself, no personal stories, no personal pronouns, no I, we, okay? All research based, and no Wikipedia. You wouldn't think in a college class you would have to say no Wikipedia, but I have found I have to say that. So Wikipedia is not a reliable source, so keep that in mind. And then try not to have a question within your research. Instead, just state the facts. Show your case based upon the researched facts. No personal pronouns. No second person pronouns. No you in your research paper. Keep it all at a third person, a distance, just based upon the facts. Remember, this week you're going to post your 4 to 5 page research. It should be based upon more than one source. I think you're supposed to actually have at least 3 sources off the top of my head. Make sure you're using APA. You have to use APA. If you can't pull up the website, let me know, and I'll give you another website to use for APA. Some of us still are not putting our papers in APA, and with our research, well, all of our assignments, we have to have them in APA. But remember, for this week, you're gonna post your rough draft so that your peers can edit it and give you specific comments, and using that insert comment key and repost it to you so that you can look at their comments and then apply them if you think that they're valid and they will improve the value of your paper. Because at the end of week 5, you're going to have your final draft of your research paper due, which is one of your bigger grades. So just keep all of that in mind. And again, please, please, please feel free to send any questions my way. This week, again, since we're dealing with arguing, we're going to learn about the 3 types of arguing methods. And you'll have to, excuse me if I don't say these right, the Rogerian method, the Aristotle method, and the Tolman method. And they're all very good methods, and you're going to read some articles and you're going to answer some questions upon those. And they're good examples for us to use at and think, would this fit my case? Would this fit my style of writing? Could I implement this into my research paper? And so just look for what you think will best work for your specific topic. In the papers you're going to read in your textbook, you need to watch for biased information. Information that is opinionated or biased is not reliable. So keep that in mind and apply that also to your research paper, that you want to stay away from opinionated pieces. You want to use only factual pieces, and you need to make sure you can do that in your arguing skills, that you use facts, not opinions, even when you're talking to someone about Christ. You may say, I follow Christ because I love him and he makes me feel good, but that's not the factual reason as to why you follow Christ. So you have to have the facts in order to win others to Christ or to win your case on whatever that case may be. All right. Also in one of your articles by Tannen, she's going to talk about the difference between being combative and using an open dialogue. And an open dialogue really, for the most part, is the best way to win your case, to influence others into believing and doing and taking action the way that you think is right or that they should. So just keep all of that in mind. We have our normal assignments this week, our devotion. We're going to have our problem-solving posts, our research paper, final drafts of one of our essays, as well as our journals. Remember, with those journals, they need to be at least a half a page in length. So I'm trying to keep this short. If you have any questions, feel free to text me, to email me, just send it my way. I have enjoyed this class. This is probably the smallest class that I have ever had before, but I've enjoyed working with you all, and feel kind of sorry for Benjamin being our lone guy in the class, but I have truly been blessed by your ministries, your words of encouragement to each other, and you have so encouraged me, and I just want to say thank you for that. So as we're winding down, the finish line is in sight, so just keep that in mind. So I will let you go for the evening. I thank you. I ask you to my husband's office. As you can tell, it's getting a little bit better, but it's still very messy. We've been Uh, we now have Jango Fett in the background with the Starship Trooper as well. My husband loves his movies, so you can see that. But I just thank you for this opportunity, and I just want to be a help. So let me be a help. Let me be a blessing as much as you need. So have a great week, and I will see you for week 5. Thank you.